So my POTS got better. In the past month or so, my symptoms have drastically improved since I've been diagnosed with POTS and since my big flare up at the end of 2023. And a lot of people have been asking me what I've been doing, what has helped, what has improved my symptoms, what led me to this point. If you don't know my story, back in November of 2023, my POTS randomly got so much worse out of nowhere. I was living in my own apartment, working a job. I was working out multiple times a week. I could drive a car. And then all of a sudden, I woke up one day and I couldn't do any of those things. I had to move back in with my family. I had to rely on them for so many things. I was basically bedbound for a while. I was passing out multiple times a day. The only time I really got out of my bed was to go eat food, and even that was hard. And until about a month ago, I had not seen any progress with my symptoms. If anything, it was just extremely slow progress. And I want to share with you guys exactly what helped, what I think made a difference, what I'm doing now, some advice for you guys going through the exact same thing, and hopefully I can give you guys some hope on your diagnosis. So the first thing that kick-started me seeing progress in my POTS was finding out I had an autoimmune disease that was being untreated for I don't even know how long. Back in May of 2024, I got some blood work done that showed that I had hyperthyroidism, and then later on led to the diagnosis of Graves' disease, which Graves' disease is an autoimmune disease. If you know anything about hyperthyroidism, you know that is a horrible combo to have with POTS because they basically mimic each other. They have almost the exact same symptoms. My hyperthyroidism caused an extremely high heart rate. On top of POTS, my heart was just beating out of my chest every day. Not only that, I lost a ton of weight. I think I lost 20 pounds in 1 month, and it was all muscle. And if you didn't know, muscle actually helps POTS. So I think that probably contributed to it getting worse. And so finding out I had an untreated autoimmune disease really led to the progress of my symptoms. And that brings me into number 2, finding the right medication for your symptoms. I take atenolol, which is a beta blocker that helps to lower my heart rate. It does wonders. I have minimal side effects. I also take methimazole, which is for my Graves' disease. It actually blocks the overproduction of thyroid hormones, making it so I'm not actively in hyperthyroidism anymore. Now, this got a little tricky because they over-medicated me at first, and that sent me into hypothyroidism, extreme. And I think that also made my POTS worse. So actually having the right dosage of medication also helped. Now my thyroid is in normal ranges. I still have Graves' disease. I'm not in remission yet, but at least my thyroid is stable. And then number 3, I started physical therapy about a month ago, and that has been a game changer in treating my symptoms, pacing myself, reconditioning my body. I tried to recondition my body myself, but it just wasn't working. I was overdoing it every single time and sending myself into a flare. And so having a professional guide me through what kind of exercises to do, when to stop, just pacing me instead of me overdoing it and flaring myself up has helped so much. Also, I think it's important to get on a good medication regimen or just find something that lowers your heart rate before starting physical therapy, because if I'm going to be honest, I think 4, 5, 6 months ago, I don't think I would have been able to do it yet. I think the medication kickstarted the physical therapy progress for me. But even just a month I'm seeing progress. My body is just more tolerant to standing up, to walking. My heart rate is lower during certain things. It takes a while, but your body just becomes used to exercise more. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is just miscellaneous things that I feel like contributed to the betterment of my conditions. The first thing is salt, of course. I know you've heard this so many times, probably by your doctors, by other people. You need to eat your salt, but you need to be eating an insane amount of sodium. I eat a crazy amount of sodium. I don't know how I haven't gotten a kidney stone yet. I literally just take shots of salt. I try to get in 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams of sodium every single day, and I probably drink a gallon of water a day. That's how much I have to stay hydrated, or else I will get dehydrated. I will wake up dehydrated. Number 2, eating. Eating has been so hard for me with my POTS, and it's also even harder because Graves' disease makes me insanely hungry, and eating large meals is just a no-go. So eating like small snacks throughout the day, high protein, high sodium, just regulating your blood sugar helps a ton as well. If you can just find a good eating schedule, that helps. Also, I think I've gained like 5 or 10 pounds since my worst point. I honestly think that's helped. Like, I low-key think gaining weight has helped a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's the muscle. I don't know. A huge thing too for me is just cutting out the bullshit from toxic people. Like, I just do not surround myself with people who don't make me feel good. And I set boundaries with people. I communicate with people better about what I need, how I'm feeling, because POTS makes you so much more sensitive than the typical person because your nervous system literally doesn't work. So I'm just not tolerant to people who are manipulative, people who are just not good for you at all. And so learning how to be by myself and learning how to cut people off that I don't need to talk to anymore has helped a ton. And also setting boundaries with the people that are already in my life. Now, setting boundaries does not have to be a negative thing. It doesn't have to be mean. It's literally just like, hey, this is what I can do and this is what I need from you. So that helped. I think this goes hand in hand also with just finding people who are good for your nervous system, people who don't stress you out, people who are healthy for you, people who communicate to you. They tell you, how important they are to you, and they're not assholes. So that's very important. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention was caffeine. Caffeine helps my symptoms somehow. It literally lowers my heart rate. Like, okay, while my Graves' disease was flaring, I couldn't have any caffeine. It made my Graves' disease worse. But now that my Graves is kind of not showing as much symptoms anymore, having like a Diet Coke, a little coffee, a matcha at least once a day has helped keep my heart rate stable. Like, I literally have a can of Coke right here that I drank in the morning, and it's helping a ton. I don't know. It depends. It just depends on if you tolerate caffeine or not. I know some people don't. So my advice to anyone watching this would be, if your POTS gets worse out of nowhere and you have no idea why, maybe get an autoimmune panel done. Maybe check for other chronic conditions that could be exacerbating your POTS symptoms. I know Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is comorbid to POTS. Gastroparesis is comorbid to POTS. MCAS is comorbid to POTS. So maybe finding out how to treat those conditions will help your POTS, just like it did mine. Treating my autoimmune disease helped my POTS symptoms tenfold. And again, this is just my experience. I'm hoping to help people out. I'm not trying to sell anyone anything or like promote anything. I went from being basically bedbound to now I am working out. I'm doing physical therapy. I can walk for 20 minutes without passing out, without getting sick. I've started driving again. I've started practicing driving. I'm looking at getting a part-time job in the future. I'm looking at getting a car. I just feel so much better. Like, I'm not dizzy as much as I was, and my heart rate does not get as high as it did. I just feel so much better. It's such a relief. So I just wanted to give someone hope on here. It did get better for me, so I'm hoping maybe that can give you some hope that it will get better for you. Everyone's different. Just keep trying. Never give up. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, let me know if you have any questions in my comments. You can comment on my TikTok page as well. I respond to comments a ton over there. I don't really respond to DMs anymore. I'm so sorry. I've gotten way too many creepy DMs. I don't look anymore. I'm scared. But I'm just trying to help out anyone that I can. I know how ridiculously scary having POTS is and how debilitating it is, and it literally ruined my life. So if I can help out anybody else, I'm going to. And hopefully this did help you or shine some light on the subject, or maybe gave you even a little bit of hope about finding a good treatment for yourself or finding relief in your symptoms. So thank you so much for watching. I will try to post more YouTube videos. I'm really bad at it. Anyways, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, like and subscribe. Everything is AllieRose819. Okay, bye!